G'day.
G'day.
Thanks for stopping by. Well, sometimes things just don't go as planned, and this is one of those times.
Previously, we left Chinchilla with every intention to stop in Roma, stay for a few days, work, and then continue on. However, it didn't quite happen that way.
Change of plans. Got in the car today and the four-wheel drive low light in the dashboard has been flashing. It's the second time it's done it since I had the transmission serviced in Dalby. And the other time it happened, I turned the car off and back on and it went. It's come on again. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I took the car around to Toyota here in Roma, and they've had a look at it and they've told me what was wrong with it. I can't remember what they said, but they've told me what was wrong with it and how to fix it. Anyway, the part they need for it is quite an expensive part. I think the part, they reckon, is about $2,500 or something. My goodness. Anyway, fortunately, it's under warranty, so it's not going to cost me anything to get it fixed. The issue is they can't get the part till next week. So we're going to have to hang around here in Roma until another week, basically. But rather than do that, we've decided what we might do then is actually go and take a trip out to Carnarvon Gorge. So come and join us as we check out Carnarvon Gorge.
Carnarvon Gorge is about 3 hours north of Roma,
Along the aptly named Carnarvon Highway, a sealed road all the way into the gorge. You pass through in June along the way, which is the last place to get fuel this side of the gorge.
Once you get off the highway, the road narrows and is unfenced.
So you share the road with the local stock, which can be quite entertaining in itself. Move along, big fella. We arrived at the Big Four Breeze campground,
Also known as Takaraka.
and we were welcomed by one of these locals. Right, so this is the Big Four caravan park here at Carnarvon Gorge, and it's quite a nice little park here. It's a beautiful setting with the bush sites. Nice and large, the sites, which is great. Our van fits on there very comfortably, and there is kangaroos galore just jumping around here. It's really a nice spot. There's not many people here at the moment. It's very quiet. I think we're very early in the season, so that probably helps a bit. But we've got two other caravans and a tent here. That's it. So they've got a beautifully kept amenities block here with toilets and showers. Check out these guys just enjoying the sunshine. We've got a camp kitchen over here, which has got sinks and cutting boards. A heap of sinks here. Hot water, a couple of barbies. Just a few guest hot plates and some bench seats. Very nice. You can also hire pedal carts. There is a general store that provides tourist info and stocks some basic groceries.
We found the staff there to be very friendly and helpful.
Then outside there is an area set up with a cafe style chairs and tables, with happy hour from 4 to 5 each night.
They also screen a gorge presentation here every night at 5 p.m.
The kangaroos and wallabies seem quite comfortable with our presence, like this pretty face wallaby who just hopped over for a feed.
Going to have a look at the Carnarvon Gorge Visitor Centre. But you've got to park miles and miles away from it. It's raining. And we don't even know if it'll be open by the time we get there.
Going to check out the walks that are available to us. So hopefully over the next few days we get a couple of those in.
Hopefully it doesn't rain the whole time we're here.
Oh, well, the weather's taken a turn. It's just pouring rain everywhere here.
Oh, goodness.
Now, the person at the caravan park was saying in recent weeks it's been up around the high 30s in temperature.
39,
yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So you just wouldn't walk in that weather.
No.
So on the one hand, it's a bit of a blessing having this cooler weather. And
but it doesn't have to be wet.
no, mind you, being from Melbourne, we're used to it.
This is lovely. Also, here's the visitor centre. 22 in rain tomorrow. Ooh.
So Carnarvon Gorge has a really well-equipped visitor centre, and young fella Ryan here, he helped us out a lot with the walks and which way we should go and how far they are and how suitable they are. He did warn us of that because of the rains and there's so much rain tomorrow that the creeks might rise, so just keep an eye out for that.
He gave us some ideas though about which ones to do that would be safer, given that it's predicted it could get up to 50 millimetre of rain.
50 mil. So we've got a map of the walks that he gave us, so we'll go and check those out tonight. And then tomorrow we'll hit the trails. And if you get really stuck, there's a telephone box here. Uber Eats.
I can just imagine Uber Eats getting up here.
Alright, so for today's week, we are going to go out to the art gallery up here. So basically, we're going to start down here at the Visitors Centre and walk along this track all the way up here. Oh, look, toilets along the way, good. Check out the amphitheatre, so we'll go off and check that, and then we'll get out to the art gallery. So it's a fair walk. It's about, I reckon it's about 10 kilometres return trip, and should take us 3 or 4 hours. Okay, we're all set. So to pack our stuff, we're ready. Got some snacks, some food, snake bite kit, when there's lunch, some water, and my lunch. Hats, I think we're ready. Right, so the walk we're going on is the orange one. Now, according to this is for people with some bushwalking experience, suitable for most stages of fitness levels. Should be right, so there we go. Alright, we're at the walk, ready to go. The rain's eased up, so...
Oh, let's hope it stays warm.
Yeah.
It's a bit warm to be wearing, like it's you need it. You need to wear your rain jacket if it's raining to keep dry. It's a bit warm, isn't it, to be wearing?
It is. Yeah, a bit too warm for that.
So we've got them with us.
We'll probably end up just carrying around the walk.
Probably. Lucky they're not too heavy.
Anyway, so there we go.
Yep.
Let's hit this trail.
Let's do it. Oh, a free crossing.
This one was quite easy to get across, and the stones were quite flat and large enough to keep balanced. So the first part of this walk, there seems to be a lot of well-formed steps. All up.
You are here, and then the Belinda Bluff. It's 2.2 k's one way. Many steep sections with steps and ladders making this walk suitable only for the physically fit.
Well, we're going to decide, maybe later, not today, we're going to decide whether to actually attempt this one or not.
Because look, just here, you can already see steps. You see those?
Right from the start, you become immersed in this beautiful environment. So the signposts here are really good. Like this one tells you there's the moss garden out to here, some uphill section with stairs, toilets just up ahead. We're 2.8 kilometres from the visitors section. The amphitheatre, which we're going to, is 1.5 kilometres, and Wards Canyon is 1.8 kilometres.
Yeah, so we've done the majority of it, Paul.
Yep, we have.
Ooh.
So
There's a toilet up ahead, might use that. Just in case, you know.
I'm not putting that in. So it appears there's only one loo on the track, and this is it.
Go and check it out.
Yep, that's the footage I wanted.
Now where? There's that one there.
Creek crossings did become a little more tricky as we went along. Oh, this is brilliant. This
is not funny.
This section here is probably the most rugged one we've come across so far. But even that's not too bad. There we go, creek crossing number 4. This one looks alright.
This stick makes such a lot of difference.
Oh, we're almost there. A short steep climb up to, oh, that'll be good. I'll look forward to doing that on the way back. So we're still 1 kilometre away from the art gallery. We're not going out to Cathedral Cave, which is still 5 kilometres away.
No.
The last section of this walk out to the art gallery is a bit more narrow and rugged, I suppose. It's still not too bad. It's been a lot worse than this, but it does change a little bit at this last section here. Here we go, water crossing number 6. They haven't been too bad though, which is good. They've been reasonably easy to cross. Alright, so we've come as far as we're going along the main track here. It continues off up there, but we've done far enough. We've come 5 kilometres by the looks of it. Yeah. And then up this way is the art gallery, which is another 300 metres. It's a gradual uphill apparently.
But I think this is as far as we're planning to go. Now, on the way back we get to see everything. We've trudged in here. It's midday now, so I've been walking for 2 hours constantly to get out here.
We made it.
Yep, we made it.
Alright, so you come up to the top of the path here and there's a walkway right around. Well, we made it.
To the art gallery.
5.5 kilometres.
Took us
2 hours.
2 hours to the entrance and another 10 odd minutes to get in.
Time for lunch.
Definitely. What an amazing place to have lunch here with all the artwork.
Alright, time to head back.
Yep. See some other amazing things. So what we did was we hightailed it up here to the art gallery.
Yep.
And that was upon the suggestion of the lady at reception at the caravan park. She said, just get to where you want to go and the furthest you want to go, that you just choose to go. And ours was the art gallery. And then on the way back, start looking at all the different side tracks. So we're off to, I think, the first one towards.
Let's go check it out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We made it back to Ward's Canyon. So apparently it is a short steep climb that winds around a small waterfall.
Cool.
Let's check it out.
So right about steep. I don't know about short.
Anyway, the reward was this. Just wow. So, this is Ward's Canyon. Very spectacular. I tell you, you feel like you've stepped back in time here, or even stepped into the set of Jurassic Park. Oh, it's amazing. Well, that was probably the most strenuous part of the hike so far. And yeah, it takes it out here a bit. It's quite steep and a bit of an effort getting in. It's definitely worth it though. It's so good. I don't know how I'd go on this walk if it was up in the 30s, like temperature wise. Today it's low 20s and overcast, a bit of rain here and there, and it's kept the temperature down nicely to be able to do this walk. So I don't know how people do it in, once it gets into the 30s. Not this big a walk. I don't think we could have done it. So we've been very fortunate with the weather in that way, that it hasn't been what you would perceive as great weather, but it's been perfect weather for this walk. And apparently we've still got 4 kilometres back to the visitor centre.
Oh my goodness, are you serious? Never mind the little side roady things that we're going to do.
I think we're only going to do one more, aren't we? The amphitheatre?
Well, we might as well do the mosque Creek or whatever it's called, Moss Garden.
Yeah?
Do you think?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I do want to check out the amphitheatre though.
Definitely. No, definitely it's a must, I reckon.
All right, let's make our way there.
Okay, more creek crossing. Hey Paul, you coming?
Hang on, I'm just watching a live stream.
Oh my goodness.
So we're on our way to the amphitheatre, which is 630 metres off the track. So it's a 1.2 kilometre return trip back to the track to get to the amphitheatre.
Yeah, the main track.
But we thought we'd give it a shot and have a look at it. There is another creek crossing here. So I think this is the amphitheatre here. So we've got some steps to climb now. Thought we'd leave the backpacks down here while we go up the stairs and have a look up here, rather than lug them up, because we'll be back down shortly.
Drop there.
Ah, here is the amphitheatre. Oh wow! Check this out.
Listen to the acoustics.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Oh wow, lovely.
They recommended descending the steps backwards for safety. Good advice, eh?
It is such a beautiful place that you really need to make sure that you stop and enjoy every bit of the walk.
That window
Yeah.
is a bush toothbrush.
So along the main path, this is one of the side track sections, I suppose, and it's the one that we found that most people go to. So we're going to have a look at it and see what the track in is like. Yeah?
Look.
So the Moss Garden is 2.8 kilometres from the visitor centre, and then it's 650 metres on this track.
It just started to rain again, so I haven't bothered to put the raincoat on, so it's just hanging there getting wet at my back. But certainly not cold, and I think it's one of the things that's made this walk and doing so many of the activities or the side trips possible is that the weather's been a bit kind to us in many ways. I don't know how you'd go trying to do this if it was 30 odd degrees heat. I just can't see us completing all of those walks. Anyway, we'll go and check this one out and go and see the Moss Garden, and that's the last one of these activities on our walk today. Have we pushed ourselves too far? Alright, we're almost at the last site on our itinerary. I'll tell you what, it was probably a good way to do it, making sure we went out to the furthest one first and stopping at them on the way back, because I don't know how many of them we would have got to had we done it the other way around. Oh. I think we're going to pay for it tomorrow. Alright, so be warned, there is a lot of stairs here, a lot of steps up to the Moss Garden. So it probably wasn't the one to do at the end of the day. My legs are feeling it now. And here we are, the Moss Garden. The diversity of flora and fauna here at Carnarvon Gorge is just incredible. It's like you're walking through different worlds. There's plants here that only normally grow on the coast, and this is the only other place outside of coastal areas that some of the ferns grow. But the wallabies, the roos that you see around here, the ferns, the trees, the streams, the moss, just the rock formations, it's just incredible. Certainly worth a visit here. It is so beautiful. Oh, we made it back to the visitor centre. So that was a bit of an effort going on this hike today. I think we did about 15 kilometres all up, and we spent most of the day doing it, or all the day really. And but oh gee, it was worth it. I tell you, some of the places in there definitely worth the effort. I don't know if I would encourage anyone to do it all in one go. It certainly took its toll on us today. We're gonna, I think, pay for it tomorrow. But last creek crossing. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed that walk. We certainly did. Our park's looking a bit empty. I think the last one's out of here. Alright, we've partly recovered from our huge walk the other day.
Have we really, Paul? I don't know. I'm not sure. Partly is probably a good word.
So we've made the executive decision, we're not doing the bluff.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
We just decided against it.
So we're going to do a nice, an easier walk.
Yeah.
Still 3 hours, is it?
No, 3 kilometres.
Oh, 3 kilometres.
Yeah.
So 3 kilometres.
I reckon about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To
All right.
up Mickey's Creek Gorge.
So we're going to go and have a look at Mickey's Creek.
So the Mickey's Creek walk is just a short drive from the caravan park. And you end up here. Oh look, someone's left a stick.
I was just thinking that. Someone's left a stick for someone else to use.
And someone's found a pair of sunglasses. If you've lost your sunglasses at Carnarvon Gorge, they're here.
They might be here, they might be yours.
Could be. Alright, well, we got our sticks. The walk into Mickey's Creek is along a formed track. Nothing too challenging. We then came across a snake on the side of the path.
Well, that was a bit challenging. It did rattle me a bit.
So we've come to this section in the walk, and it splits into two. Obviously to the left is Mickey Creek Gorge, and to the right, 200 metres up there, is Roma Creek Gorge.
What do you think?
So we've decided to go, like the other day, we're going to go to the furthest point, which is Mickey's Creek Gorge, and then on the way back, if we've still got the energy, we'll go the 200 metres up to Roma Creek Gorge.
Yeah, because it is up to.
Yeah, I think this is up as well.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go. Alright, so the formed track ends here. So you can go on, but it's not a proper track.
Well, it's more like rock climbing. And it being so wet, I'm not so sure.
So Wenda's decided not to come on this part of the walk. I thought I'll go up and have a look a bit around the corner and see what it's like, if there's something worth looking at. You could rock hop further along, and it wasn't too challenging, but I decided to turn back. We made it back to the junction, and it wasn't too bad actually, the walk in there, so I think we will go and do Roma Creek Gorge, yeah?
Yeah, if we can get across, if I can get across.
Yeah, we'll get across there, easy enough. Yeah, there's a spot there
Okay.
with rocks, looks pretty good.
Okay, let's give it a go.
All right, let's go. This track, it ends here, or the form part of it, And again, like Mickey's Creek, you can continue to walk. Walk could be continued with a little more effort than we were prepared to exert. So the walk into Roma Creek Gorge was quite alright. I mean, it was a bit rock hoppy sort of thing and uneven, so you need a bit of stability about you. The sticks here came in handy. Well, that was Mickey's Creek Gorge walk, and I must say it was still quite spectacular. Well, it wasn't too challenging, so it was a good one to do when you're still recovering from the other one the other day.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the car and head down to the rock pools.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, we made it to the rock pool, and right on cue, the sun's come out. 200 metres to the rock pool.
It's not bad, is it?
No, and it looks like we're the only ones here. So from here, the rock pool's 100 metres away.
Yeah. That way.
So there is stepping stones across the creek here,
Yeah, underwater.
but they're all submerged, I think because of the recent rains. The creek's up a little bit, so I've taken the shoes off. I'm going to go across here this way. Lovely.
Okay.
Lovely. So this leads to here, but it doesn't really look like a swimming hole.
Well, it's got all this algae down here where you're supposed to get in.
Well, I don't know you're supposed to get in. There's no path into it. We'll go around a bit further and have a look, but I don't think that's it.
You don't think it's it?
I don't think so. But it says here that the formed track ends here. But people have obviously walked a bit further around, so let's go through here and keep an eye out for Joe Blakes. Well, this is a bit nicer here. You could go for a bit of a swim in here. I don't know that I will. I'll go for a paddle and see what it's like. Oh, beautiful in here. So I gave up in the end and just sat in the shallows of the creek crossing. Ah, the serenity. Time to say farewell to Carnarvon Gorge.
Yeah.
And what a stay, hey?
Oh my goodness, Paul. I think Carnarvon Gorge has got to be one of my favourite places.
It was just incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It really was. Yeah.
Well, that just about wraps up this video. So hopefully you enjoyed journeying with us as we explored Carnarvon Gorge.
Yes.
And we'll see you back in Roma. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye for now.